Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin and welcome to my channel. For our first adventure, I chose a topic that circles around my being a plantito, and we're gonna call this episode a Repot With Me session. So meron tayo ditong mga bagong plants na ka-acquire ko lang. And all in all, I have here 15 plants and yun ang ating i-repot gamit ang ating potting mix. Before I started filming our vlog, prepare ko na ang ating potting mix. For this Repot With Me episode, gumawa ako ng potting mix out of the available materials lang sa ating garden. Meron tayong garden soil, meron din tayong coco peat, and of course, we do have tree bark. I also decided to include cocoa chunks, and syempre, gumamit din tayo ng complete fertilizer. Well, based on our experience, our plants love this potting mixture. The first plant that we are going to repot is actually a foliage anthurium. I bought this from a seller in Digo City in Mindanao. I do not have the exact ID, but I'm sure that it's a variegated foliage anthurium. It's still in its juvenile form. What we are gonna do is that, syempre, lagyan lang natin ng potting mix yung ating pot until half, and then ayan, hanggang sa mapuno natin siya. By the way, I have been using this potting mixture since I started collecting plants last year. When the pandemic began, yun na rin yung simula ng addiction ko sa plants. Our next plant is also a variegated foliage anthurium. Just like the first one, hindi ko din po alam ang specific ID nito. But I've also gotten this from the same seller in Digo City in Mindanao. So this is our second plant, a variegated foliage anthurium. Our next plant is a Philodendron sp. Peru. Maliit lang siya kasi nga juvenile form pa. But once it's grown up, doon natin makikita yung magandang form niya. What I like about this plant is its foliage. Sobrang ganda nung dahon nito pag nag-mature. Once again, this is our Philodendron sp. Peru. Our next plant is a Philodendron 69686, and I got this from a seller who is based in Davao City. Shout out to my friend Miss Cel Toledo. We also have here a Philodendron bilitae. Napakaliit lang niya kung makikita ninyo. But actually, this is a giant form. Nabili ko tong plant na to from a seller based in Digo City. Kasama nito yung mga naunang plants kanina, yung dalawang variegated foliage anthuriums. Our next plant is a variegated ZZ plant, or commonly known as welcome plant. It was just gifted to me by my friend na kinuhanan ko din ng ibang plant na naka-base sa Davao. So guys, there you have it, our beautiful variegated ZZ plant. Our next plant is another foliage anthurium, and this is called Alwanum. I got this plant naman from a seller based in Luban, Quezon. So kung mapapansin nyo, ang pinanggagalingan ng mga halaman ko ay iba't iba talaga. Kung saan may mura at kung saan may maganda, dun tayo bumibili. That's one tip I can give you guys. If you wanna collect plants, tapos you plan to buy online, huwag bumili agad. You have to check on the prices. At saka, syempre, yung quality ng plant, kung maganda ba talaga. You can also ask the seller to send you videos. Yun yung ginagawa ko para iwas scam. Kasi lately, maraming mga nai-scam. So, whenever may prospect akong bilhin na plant, I require the seller to send me some videos of the plant, if possible together with him or with her, para ma-assure kong yung plant ay on hand talaga. Our next plant is another foliage anthurium. However, this is not variegated. Pure green lang yung foliage kung napapansin nyo, but this one is beautiful as well. The seller told me na ang common name nito sa kanila sa Mindanao ay Scorpion anthurium. When I started collecting last year, nag-start ako sa mga monstera, particularly Monstera deliciosa, and then eventually nag-expand ako ng collection kasi I fell in love with philodendrons. Later on, habang tumatagal, na-in-love din ako sa mga foliage anthuriums because obviously they're beautiful, and so I decided to collect some. Our next plant is actually a Philodendron rugosum aberrant form. Kaya siya tinawag na aberrant form kung mapapansin nyo, para siyang may defect kasi crippled yung edges ng leaves niya. Pero actually, yun yung characteristics ng rugosum aberrant form. So, tulad ng ibang plants kanina, this is from Digos City in Mindanao. Most of my plants, guys, ay galing sa Mindanao kasi doon ako nakakakita ng mga magagandang plants. At the same time, hindi sila ganun ka-pricey. The only problem is that yung travel. Kasi the plants need to travel like around 3 to 4 days or even 5 days. Also guys, isa rin to sa mga wishlist ko kasi ang hirap hanapin nito at sobrang pricey dito sa Luzon. Kaya when I had the opportunity to buy this, kahit malayo, kinuha ko na siya. And hindi ako lugi. Kasi kahit medyo pricey siya, if you notice, meron na siyang 4 na sprouts. So eventually, sigurado ko namang mabubuhay natin ito. Magkakaroon na ako ng 5 na Philodendron rugosum. Our next plant is what we call Philodendron lime fiddle, or yung ibang seller tinatawag itong golden dragon. Kasi yung shape daw niya ay parang shape ng dragon. Nakuha ko to from a seller dito lang din sa isang town dito sa amin sa Vizcaya. Actually, I already have something like this in my collection, pero kinuha ko pa rin to kasi sobrang mura lang naman. The next plant we are going to repot is what we call the Pothos mandula. Dito guys sa Vizcaya or dito sa Luzon, pricey talaga ito. That's why in my collection of pothos, isa ito sa mga wala pa ako. Kaya nung nag-offer sa akin yung seller ko from Digos City and affordable naman siya, kinuha ko na siya guys. Dumating lang siyang may damage yung leaves, yung iba kasi nga 4 days siya sa travel. Pero okay lang yan kasi it has already roots kaya sigurado kong mabubuhay natin ito. So apart from philodendrons and monsteras, isa rin yung pothos sa mga kinahihiligan kong i-collect. Our next plant is the giant queen marble pothos. So I already have the normal size of this in my collection. Pero ito kasi yung mahal din ito kasi nga giant form. So kung makikita nyo, ang ganda ng variegation niya. Just like my other plants, galing din po ito ng Mindanao guys. Our next plant is the Prince of Orange Philodendron. Stunning din to guys kasi kung makikita nyo, yung mga bagong dahon niya ay orange talaga. Ito yung gustong-gusto ng mga collectors sa kanya. So nakuha ko tong plant na to dito lang din sa amin. I already have this plant in my collection pero gusto ko kasing magdagdag kasi favorite ko din siya. Kaya kumuha ulit ako ng isa pa. Our last plant for our Repot With Me session for today is what we call the Philodendron Paraiso Verde. It's so stunning, di ba guys? Kung kita nyo naman yung leaves niya, talagang mai-inlove kayo sa variegation niya. Ang tagal na actually na pinapangarap ko tong plant na to. Pero dahil sobrang pricey, like ang pinakamurang nakikita ko dati ay nasa 7,000. And since hindi pa kaya ng budget, hindi talaga ako kumuha. Pero recently, nung nakita kong ipinost ito ng isang seller dito lang din sa amin, hindi ko na napigilan yung sarili ko na kunin siya. Ilang merienda rin to guys ang tinis ko para makuha natin yung plant na to. So, nung pinost ito ng isang seller dito lang din sa amin, hindi na ako nagdalawang isip pa na kunin siya because really, this is one of the plants in my wish list na sabi ko dapat matupad ko or ma-acquire ko within this year. So ayan guys, our Repot With Me episode. Kung nagustuhan nyo ang ating episode, please like, subscribe, and share na rin sa inyong mga social media accounts. Thank you for watching. Once again, this is your adventurer, Benjamin. See you again in my next video.